Hello there.
And welcome back to another Parkside unboxing. Today we've got something pretty cool to check out, the 4-volt cordless tacker nailer. I've been on the hunt for an affordable, reliable stapler for a while now, and when I spotted this one at Lidl for just 149 kroner, I knew I had to grab it. So, let's dive in, unbox this bad boy and see if it's a hidden gem or just another budget tool flop. Let's go! The stapler model is the Parkside PAT T4D6. After reviewing Amazon, I found 4 different Parkside Tacker nailer models, 2 corded and 2 cordless. It's unclear why there are multiple versions of the same type, but this model seems to fall into the mid-range category for staplers. Here's what Parkside has to say about the stapler. Lightweight and compact design, non-slip soft grip for better control, charge and battery status indicator, magazine with fill level indicators on both sides, compatible with staples ranging from 4 to 12 millimeters and nail sized 6 to 10 by 1.2 millimeters. It's ideal for household, decoration, or craft projects. The stapler is powered by a 4-volt, 2000 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery. Included accessories are 1000 staples, 11.4 by 8 millimeters and 11.4 by 6 millimeters, 500 nails, 10 by 1.2 millimeters, and a USB-C charging cable is of course included. We've taken a look at the outside of the box. Now let's dive into what's inside. And here we have a pretty impressively stuffed manual, packed with everything you could possibly need. It's got all the info you're looking for. These should be the included staples and nails. We'll take a look at them later. And next will be the cable, USB-C to USB-A. Seems to be the same type of cable that came with the Parkside multi-cutter that we unboxed a while ago. Let's take a closer look at the stapler and I'll show you all the juicy details. By the way, I've been calling this machine a stapler the whole time. Is it actually a stapler? Correct me if I'm wrong. This should be the battery indicator, and to the right of it is the charging port. And the non-slip soft grip, as Parkside calls it, feels very rubbery. On the front of the stapler, you'll find the power button. It's discreet and a little too tiny, but it does what it's supposed to. This is something I often miss with many staplers. Clear information on which staples are compatible with the machine. This part really disappoints me. It's such an important part of the machine and it's made entirely of plastic. I guess that's why it's so cheap. Time will tell. Let's see if we can bring the battery indicator to life. First, we need to turn on the stapler. I guess next we'll have to pull the trigger. Ah, yes, it worked. Look at that. The stapler needs to be fully charged before we test it. Let's do that. We will soon begin the test, but first I'll show what's in those white boxes. Here we have the 8mm staples. Just plain and simple, like any other staples. And these are the 6mm staples. Finally, the 10mm nails. In this test, we'll be shooting staples and nails into the following materials: pine, OSB, MDF, and soft pine. We'll finish by attaching leather and plastic to pine. Let's start with the 8mm staples. I'll also be testing a few other things later in the video, so don't miss it. The stapler does not have sufficient power to drive the 8mm staples into harder wood. It performed optimally on the softer pine. Next, we will test it on leather and plastic. The result isn't perfect, but it's more than adequate for a budget stapler. Let's see if the same applies to plastic. The result is better than with the leather, but still not perfect. The stapler simply lacks power. Let's move on to the next staple size, 6mm. I guess 6mm staples is the way to go with this stapler. The rest of the test will tell. A little too loose. I changed my mind about this staple size. Well, the staples didn't quite live up to expectations, but let's see if the PAT 4D6 can redeem itself with nails. I had to put on my Sherlock Holmes hat to figure out where to insert the nails. But turns out the spot was right under my nose the whole time. Pretty awkward place to put them, but hey, whatever rocks your boat. Same issue as with the staples, not deep enough. But the nails had a better grip on the plastic. Just out of curiosity, let's try the nails on the leather as well. I found this oak board lying around. Why not give it a try? I already know the answer, but for science. Nope, that was a big fail. Do not use this stapler on hardwood. Next, we'll try some fabrics. This might be the best material to use with this stapler. Let's start with the 6mm staples. It's really on there. Come on, you can do it. That worked perfectly. Now let's see how the 8mm staples handle the fabric. Let's go right on with the strength test. This might be a little tricky. Yeah, I'm really struggling with this one. That was a successful run. It's clear that fabric is the most suitable material for this stapler. Now we'll do one last test, which will also double as a small project. I've made a small frame off camera and I'll be attaching an old Star Wars t-shirt to it. I'll just do a time lapse of the process. Let's rate this tool. Performance, 3 out of 5 stars. Based on the tests I did in this video, it lacks the power needed for attaching items to harder wood. However, it works well for attaching fabrics to softer wood. Ease of use, 4 out of 5 stars. It's not the fastest tool, but it gets the job done efficiently without much hassle. Build quality, 3 out of 5 stars. The overall build quality is better than expected for a budget-friendly tool, but the plastic magazine brings the rating down. It really should have been made of metal. I'm curious to see how it holds up over time. Value for money, 5 out of 5 stars. It's hard to beat the value here. This tool costs next to nothing and performs well enough for the basic tasks. Definitely worth the price. Battery, 4 out of 5 stars. Based on my tests, the battery level is still in the green after use. I expected it to drain much quicker, but it barely used any power at all. Final overall rating, 4 out of 5 stars. It's a great deal for the price, but it loses a point for the plastic magazine. This video is getting a bit long, so let's wrap it up here. If there's something specific you want me to test on this machine, drop a comment below. The same goes for any other Parkside tools you'd like to see me review. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.